Imagine a video clip that will sit right with you. A young woman in an elevator, alone, moving as if she's responding to something unseen. Buttons pressed, doors won't close, she steps out, then back in, and suddenly she's gone. Millions have watched that footage, and then, days later, her body was found in a water tank on a hotel roof. A roof no guest should have reached. This is not a horror movie. This is what happened. In January 2013, a 21-year-old Canadian student named Elisa Lam arrived in Los Angeles for a solo trip. She checked into the Cecil Hotel, a place already notorious for crime, despair, and death that never quite made sense. She posted online about her journey, then she vanished. No witness accounts, no clear motive, and weeks later, her disappearance turned into a death without an explanation most people find satisfying. Days into the search, the LAPD released a short clip from a hotel elevator camera. Not the full footage, not before, not after. Just this. Elisa enters. She presses buttons. None seem to work. She steps out, looks left, looks right. Her posture uneasy. Her gestures almost like a conversation with someone not in the frame. Then she steps out again. The doors close. That's the last time she was seen alive. Why only this segment? Why no context? No audio, no surrounding footage. And importantly, why did the timestamp appear to glitch, freeze, and skip seconds that no one has accounted for? This clip sparked millions of theories, some grounded in pattern recognition, others in outright speculation. But it also exposed a deeper problem. What we don't see may matter as much as what we do. Police and sniffer dogs combed the hotel. They traced her scent to a fifth-floor window, and then it vanished. Not faded, simply stopped. No pockets of blood. No clear sign of forced exit. Meanwhile, guests began reporting odd water pressure, strange tastes, dark water coming from taps. This was not part of the official timeline at first, but later it became central. Maintenance workers were sent to investigate the water tanks on the roof. Inside one of them was Elisa Lam's body, naked. Her clothes floating beside her, no visible trauma. The official coroner wrote accidental drowning, noting her bipolar disorder as a relevant factor. But several elements linger. How did she access a locked roof with alarms? Why were there no witnesses? How did she get inside a heavy water tank that would be difficult even for a trained worker to open? The official explanation fills some blanks, but leaves others painfully open. Years later, this case still refuses to settle. A Netflix documentary, Crime Scene, The Vanishing at the Cecil Hotel, traced Lam's last movements and deep dived into the building's strange history. Not just her death, but the milieu she was in. But even that series left holes like, who edited the elevator footage? Why was that version chosen? What about the hotel's response when she was clearly distressed weeks before her disappearance? Some voices urge caution, pointing out that tossing every eerie coincidence into a theory risks obscuring real explanations. Others argue that silence from authorities on specific procedural details invites speculation. Online discussions continue to swirl, from psychological breakdowns to outright sabotage to patterns of systemic neglect. None answer all the questions. We have viral video that doesn't show everything, a roof that should have been off limits, a path that seemingly appears from nowhere, a conclusion that feels partial. And we still ask, did she leave that elevator with full awareness of what she was about to do? Or was something else unfolding beneath the surface, something neither captured on tape nor explained on paper? The official story gives a label, but unanswered questions hang in the quiet intervals between the labels. That is where this story still lives. Elisa Lam's death was ruled an accident, but the mystery, the gaps, the contradictions, the missing context, that remains unsettled. And as long as those elements persist, so does the conversation.